Ready?
Hello, I'm James Waldron and welcome to Solent News. In tonight's show, the sailors from Southampton, captured and held in Iran, will be talking to the father of one of the men. A day to remember, Princess Anne leads the troops' homecoming through a major city, and why conservationists are keeping their eye on these oil tankers as they drop anchor along the south coast. Welcome to the show. Now, you will have seen in the national news that 31-year-old Oliver Smith from Southampton and 21-year-old Oliver Young from Plymouth are amongst the 5 detained sailors an Iranian Navy vessel stopped whilst on their yacht. This comes as the British government has tonight said it's hoping for a resolution to the incident.
This is a human story of 5 young yachtsmen. It's got nothing to do with politics, it's got nothing to do with nuclear enrichment programs. This is a consular case, which is being treated as a consular case by the United Kingdom, and I'm sure will be treated by a consular case by the Iranian authorities, because it has no relationship to any of the other bigger issues. On that basis, I hope that this will be resolved in a professional and speedy manner.
The relatives of the yachtsmen detained in the Gulf have said that the group appear to be well looked after. For more, we're now joined live by Eloise Seidlin, who's outside the home of one of the relatives now. So Eloise, who have you been talking to today?
Well, I've been speaking to David James, whose son Oliver is among the detainees. He says he's spoken to him on the telephone.
We spoke to him briefly. The reporter on board has got a local mobile phone, and they were actually allowed to all make a quick call yesterday, so we had a very quick chat to him. They've all been well looked after, they're all being fed well. They are ashore somewhere on the island that apparently was where they were arrested nearby, but they seem in good spirits.
Eloise, hopefully some better news there. What happens next?
Well, the Foreign Office are working hard to resolve the situation, and they're hoping to release some positive information in the next couple of hours.
Eloise Seidlin, live there, thanks very much. Still to come in tonight's show, we have all of the local weather and sports, plus in our Christmas gift series, it's the turn of the men and some interesting underwear. The Conservative Party have today announced a plan to inject £500 million into small businesses during the first year of a Conservative government. They say it will hopefully create more jobs and aid failing businesses. Jamie Sinclair reports.
The recession has seen the death of many high street and industrial businesses, but the National Insurance tax cut, as announced today by the Shadow Chancellor George Osborne, could see businesses save an average of £25,000 a year on staff.
One of the functions of government is giving fiscal incentives, tax holidays for the public interest. So I think it's of enormous benefit. I would put it higher, I think, than virtually anything.
The plan will see no national insurance contributions on the first 10 jobs for a new company, but the Federation of Small Businesses feel that the new plan excludes too much of the market and is unrealistic.
Anything that's introduced has got to be more evenly applied. It's got to benefit all. I think statistically the number of small businesses that start up today that will have 10 people by the end of 2 years will be a microscopic proportion of the total new businesses.
Employers have to pay 12.8% on national insurance and has been described as the single biggest obstacle to job creation. The cash boost will save small businesses thousands of pounds, which will be vital for surviving after the recession.
We would save on that £1,200 a month relief from the Conservative government £15,000 a year, which is phenomenal amount of money. It's all about money at the end of the day. And every little helps, and this isn't actually a little, it's quite a lot, so I think it will benefit local business, small business, nationwide, massively.
Whatever the outcome of the plan, the Conservatives have certainly stated their intention on business with this industry aiding plan. Jamie Sinclair for BBC South Today.
Conservationists are becoming more concerned about tankers anchored along the south coast. With storms and gale force winds setting in, the Wildlife Trust has called for ships to be moved to more sheltered harbours. The ships are thought to be anchored whilst owners wait for oil prices to rise. Trust Chief Executive Simon Cripps has described the tankers as an accident waiting to happen and explained that even a minor spill or accident could devastate one of the world's most valuable and sensitive coasts. The south coast is an important conservation area and is covered by special laws to protect reefs. The Environment Agency has put emergency procedures in place, but in case of an oil spillage, it's the local authorities that must act on it. When it comes to designing new schools, who better to ask for inspiration than the children themselves? That's exactly what Southampton City Council have been doing as part of its multi-million-pound Building Schools for the Future programme. 4 Southampton schools have been chosen to embark on a multi-million-pound project, which will see the pupils informing the design team of their ideas. Eloise Seidlin reports.
Last night, children from 5 Southampton schools showcased their designs at a presentation in Harbour Lights. As part of the presentation, children from Chamberlain College for Arts, Sholing Technology College, St George's Catholic College and Upper Shirley High School got the opportunity to show audiences the changes they'd like to see.
There's been people running
Councillor
past.
Paul Holmes, Cabinet Member for Children's Services at Southampton City Council, explained the project.
Building Schools for the Future is government funded, and it comes through to me and my department, and after that we select which schools are going to have this improvement. And we're currently, I decided that the 5 schools that we're going to rebuild and improve our facilities. I think when you have a school where people feel that they should be and feel comfortable in and have the facilities in which they need to be or can be educated to the best of the ability that they can, I think that that certainly improves results. But I also think, as I said in my presentation in the hall, that it's about having these new buildings will also retain teachers, which we also need to make sure that that standards improve in Southampton.
Claire Hall, Children's Services and Learning Director at Southampton City Council, who hosted the evening, talks to us about the next stage in building schools for the future.
Well, the designing of the schools has already started, partly through this process, but we're now starting to meet with architects to start developing concepts for the new schools. As to when the bricks are going to be laid, we're looking at sort of late 2011, early 2012, so quite soon actually.
Building Schools for the Future is the largest single schools capital investment programme for over 50 years, and with such exciting visions from the students and the backing of the council, future generations of Southampton students look set to benefit from a brighter education. Members of the public are invited to view the exhibition of the children's plans at the Central Library in the Civic Centre from the 24th until the 31st of October. Eloise Seidlin reports for Solent News.
Gordon Brown has agreed to deploy 500 extra UK troops to Afghanistan. The Prime Minister believes 5,000 more troops can also be provided by other countries. It comes after meetings were held by UK representatives and 10 countries to encourage them to raise troop numbers. Speaking in London, Mr Brown justified his decision to send more troops to Afghanistan.
We can never forget the fatal Al-Qaeda-led attacks in London on 7th July 2005. It is only when the Afghans are able to defend the security of their own people and deny the territory of Afghanistan as a base for terrorists that our strategy of Afghanisation will have succeeded and our troops